Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a Stitch With Me video. And I have a feeling it's going to be, wow, my throat. I have a feeling it's going to be quite long because the tag I have has 50 questions. Now, some of these may go pretty quickly, question-wise. But the tag is called the TMI tag, which means too much information. So I am working on my Nora Corbett Miss Solar Elipse, which, if you don't remember what it looks like finished, it's this. And just this week I received, this is the petite treasure braid I'm going to use for the wings, for the back stitch. Oh my god, yes. And I also received the beads. There's 3 different beads that it uses. Pretty. They're gonna look so pretty. So, what has been going on with me this week? I visited my grandfather last Saturday and Sunday at the rehab center. I'm trying to think what else. It was still a busy weekend. Like, Saturday, I got up at 6. Now, mind you, working all week fairly late. Saturday, got up at 6, went to, what did I do? My brain. I know I was busy because Jill asked me what I had done that day, and when I texted her, she was like, oh my god. Yeah, I got up and I think I had work to do. Yeah, I did. I had some work to do. Got ready, went to the rehab center, then came back and went to the grocery store. And then when I came back from that, we had to go to Costco. And then when we came back from that, we decided to go to dinner. Well, our next door neighbor, wait a minute, I'm counting. I'm trying to figure out where I am here. I gotta highlight something. Okay, our next door neighbor, we decided to take them to dinner because they had helped my husband with my stepdaughter's car, and they didn't take any money for it. So that dinner was like 3 hours because our neighbors like to talk. But it was good. It was a good time. I had 2 glasses of wine. That was nice. So we came home and I was beat. Like, I was in bed by like 9 o'clock that Saturday. And then Sunday, got up early, had a massage, my every 2-week massage. And then came home, went to rehab, put a lasagna in the oven. Oh my god, I forgot I had a thread there. Jeez. I just filmed a tutorial on twin pointed needles and I forgot I had a thread still behind my piece. So I am going to use up that little bit of thread before I start a new thread. Okay. So this week, Monday, I had my annual mammogram. And, you know, I was a little bit nervous, I'll admit, just because, you know, this time last year was when I found out I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so even pulling up in the parking lot was emotional. And then once I got in there, and boy, I forgot how much those mammograms hurt. Let me tell you. And according to the tech, because I had radiation on the one side, that side's going to be more sensitive. And it hurt. It hurt like the dickens, let me tell you. But the good thing was all clear. The doctor saw nothing on the mammogram, which is fantastic. Now, I may have to go in another 6 months for a mammogram just on that side. where I had the cancer. But yeah, it was very emotional, even talking about it, like, to people that, like that doctor, because there's a new doctor in the office now. Even talking to her and saying everything that I've done this year, I just almost started crying. I don't know. It's just, it is. Those emotions are just on the surface all the time, you know, right under the surface all the time. But yeah, so that was, you know, really good news to have. So did that, and that was, yeah, Monday. Worked yesterday. I'm actually filming this the day before Thanksgiving. I'm off today from work, which was a surprise. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to film some videos, because I had like a whole bunch I wanted to do. And a special one that I'm going to be filming on Thanksgiving. But you'll see that before you see this one, because I'm going to put up that one before I put up this Stitch With Me video. So, I've watched some movies. I watched Gerald's Game, based on the Stephen King book. I watched that last night. Oh my good God. It was so good. And really like that. I'm trying to now watch, besides Flosstube, I'm trying to now watch... Did I mess up? 1, 3, 3, 3. No, I did not, but I need to highlight. I'm constantly highlighting, people. When I do a couple lines, I highlight, because otherwise I'm going to miscount. So yeah, Gerald's Game. I really liked the book when I read it a couple years ago. Actually, it was a lot more than a couple years ago. It was probably more like 10 years ago, at least. And the movie, very good. Creepy, so if you don't like that kind of stuff, but yeah, I loved it. But oh my God, the book I just finished reading. Holy crap. I stayed up, not last night, the night before. I stayed up for like 2 hours finishing that book. It is called The Last Mrs Parrish. And I want to say it's by Liz Covington. It's by Liz somebody. Okay. The book opens and it's in the perspective of someone named Amber. Amber infiltrates herself into this family. A husband and wife. They have 2 kids. They're really rich. The husband runs his own company. The wife runs this foundation for cystic fibrosis because her sister died from the disease. Well, this woman, Amber, who is telling her story, she decides she wants the husband. She wants that life. She had researched this guy before coming to the town. So she makes up a big story, infiltrates herself into the family. And I won't tell you the little details of what happens. But then the second half of the book is the perspective from the wife of the same events. Oh my God. I was so surprised when it said like part 2, and then the wife's name is Daphne. And it said Daphne. And then when I started oh my God. And then it converges at the end like current time. Oh my God. So good. I cannot recommend that book enough. I loved it. So good. A good. I can't, did I say it was good? Yeah. Loved it. Loved it. Very suspenseful, and I think what I loved about it is that it was such a surprise hearing the wife's perspective that it makes you think, like, you don't really know what is behind closed doors in a marriage. Yeah. So I will put a link down below to that book. If you like to read, people, highly recommend. All right. let's get into this tag because I don't know how long. We're already 10 minutes in and I haven't even gotten to the tag yet. All right, wait a minute. Let me try to... It's kind of hard working on a Nora Corbett and chatting with you guys, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for my people. Okay, I'm highlighting. Okay, so TMI tag. I'm trying to find a spot to lay this where I can see it. Okay, what are you wearing? Number one, I'm actually wearing pajamas. It is fairly early here in the morning, and because I have something like 6 videos I want to record today, I just got up and said, okay, and 5 of them you don't need to see my face, so I don't need to be dressed and coiffed yet. So pajamas, black t-shirt, leopard skin pants, like the pattern. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, number 2, ever been in love? Yeah. Bunch of times. Really, I would say, truly, just 3 times in my whole life. My first boyfriend in high school, which I'll be telling that story later because I know there's a question about it. That's a doozy. That's like a Melrose Place soap opera. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. My first husband, of course, I wouldn't have married him, but young and stupid. I was 22 years old. Yeah, young and dumb. Not saying that everyone is dumb that gets married at 22, but if I would have been a little bit of a stronger person and thought about it more, I would not have married him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute, why can't I count this? 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, my current husband, who, and I'm not just saying this, I do think I love him the most out of anyone. You know, everyone's been different. My husband is a really good man, and I've said this before on my channel. Okay. Let me highlight, because Jesus, it's like trying to outline this, and it's proving a little bit difficult here. 1, 2. Luckily, you got music to hear in the background, right? Okay. Question number 3. Ever had a terrible breakup? Yeah. Okay. This story may be a little long. My first boyfriend in high school. Now, you're going to probably be really surprised when you hear all this. Started dating when I was 16. He was 21. Yeah. Uh-huh. I know. I was really surprised that my parents, my mom and my stepdad, actually let me date him. But we had known him for a long while before he ever asked me out. And he was responsible. He had a good job. He still lived at home with his mom, but he had a good job. And he wasn't like a screw up, you know. He was a really good person. So we start dating. And I'm still in high school. I'm a junior in high school. Wait a minute. 1, 2. And when I was a senior in high school, we dated for the next 2 years. When I was getting ready to graduate high school, he asked me to marry him. And I said yes. But the condition was, I was going to college. And so we were not going to get married until I graduated college. He was fine with that. So we proceed to date for the next 4 years. So by the time I'm a senior in college, we're to the point where we've been dating for 6 years and engaged for 4 of those years, right? And you know when you're with someone for that long, you know them. You know when something's wrong, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So he's a sports person. He loved all kinds of sports, played all kinds of sports. He just, things started, oh, well, what precipitated it? Let me back up. My senior year of college is when the internet first came out, okay? I meant, did something happen back there? Yeah. Thread got knotted up. God, don't you love that? Let me know how that happened. Okay. Wait a minute, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the internet came about. I was doing all of my schoolwork at school. I commuted 45 minutes and worked a full-time job and went to school full-time. So I hardly saw my boyfriend slash fiance in those 4 years. It was a difficult 4 years. Well, as a gift, he bought me a personal computer so I wouldn't have to stay at school to do my schoolwork, to do my papers, to type my papers on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so the internet was starting. So we had AOL, dial-up. So when I'm doing homework upstairs, you know, he was playing around on the internet on the computer. He wound up meeting someone in a chat room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, keep in mind, he's doing this in my mom's home, right downstairs as I am doing homework upstairs. So all of a sudden, he starts traveling all over the United States, going to different baseball stadiums, going to baseball games, just acting really out of character, right? He winds up quitting the job that he had, which was a really good job, because he wanted to be a police officer. So he quits the job that he had, blows through his savings that he had going to all these baseball stadiums. And then he proceeds to tell me that he's going to move to Texas to become a police officer there, because the county we were in, he couldn't pass the test or they wouldn't accept him. So, I mean, we weren't going out, we weren't having sex, you know, things really went downhill with us. And he wouldn't tell me why. Like, I couldn't really get an answer out of him. I mean, I didn't know what I had done, what changed his mind. And mind you, I still didn't know about the chat room person. Okay, I had no clue. So I gave him back the ring. I'm like, you're moving to Texas. I'm not moving to Texas. I'm not leaving my family. I'm still in college. I still have a whole semester left at this point. So Christmas Day, he leaves to go to Texas. 2 days later, he calls me, he wants to come back. So I'm like, all right. You know, because I mean, I had been with him for how long, right? Yeah. So he comes back and things are still weird. I can't describe it. And we just never got back to what we were after that. So we wound up splitting up. I finally just called it. I was just like, you know, we're dying a slow death here. I can't do this. You know, I'm trying to get through the rest of my schooling. So 6 months after that, after I had graduated high school, college, I met my first husband and started dating him. Once, and then a couple months after that, I moved in with my first husband. We were living together. So I had my mail forwarded from my mom's house, obviously. Thanksgiving one year, the first year that I was with my first husband. Not married yet. We were still dating. I was just living there. My first husband went on a hunting trip with one of his friends. So I was by myself for the whole Thanksgiving weekend. I checked the mail. Now, even then, I got a lot of packages because I collected Beanie Babies. I've always had my hand in something crafty, doing something. So I had a bunch of packages and I didn't think anything of it. I put all the packages at the bottom and I'm going through the envelopes. Well, there's this big, fat, thick envelope that was forwarded from my mom's house, and the return address is from Texas. I'm like, what is this? So I open it up, and it is cards and letters and a plane ticket. My previous fiance. It was written by the girl that he had been cheating on me with for a year and a half, that he met on the chat room on my computer that he had bought me. She had written me this long letter saying, I thought you should know what really was going on for that year and a half. They weren't together anymore. But that was the whole reason he went to Texas. It wasn't for a job. It was to be with her. And he had written her a couple letters, sent her cards. There was a plane ticket. There were pictures. Even his mom knew about it. His mom, who, I had a personal relationship with. She knew that he was cheating. All of his friends knew that he was cheating. And no one had the balls to come and tell me that this was going on. When I read the letters, he says things like he could never imagine marrying me. What I never understood was why he didn't just break it off with me when he met this person. Instead, he just strung me along for a year and a half and was traveling all over the place and visiting her and calling her and all this. Yeah. So when I tell you that I saw red, like, I now understand the temporary insanity plea that people do when they kill their spouse or they do something totally out of character. Because let me tell you, when I saw all of that and remembered the anguish that I had went through for that year and a half, wondering what I had done, wondering what was wrong with me or trying to fix this, I called him and was a screaming, raving lunatic. And then when I was done talking to him, slammed the phone down so hard, I broke it. I broke it off of the wall in my house. So him and I didn't talk for, I want to say, it was a good 5 years. Because that was just devastating to find that out, 2 years down the road after it all happened. I felt like an asshole. Like, man, he really got one over on me, right? Okay, so yeah, that was a terrible breakup. That was a really long story for that, wasn't it? Okay, well, we're only on question 3, people. Number 4, how tall are you? I am 5'5". Question 5, how much do you weigh? I weigh 190. I don't like that I weigh 190. Am I messing up? God damn it. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, one more. I weigh 190. I would like to weigh about 130. Constant struggle, people. I like food. I like junk. Constant struggle. But yeah, I weigh 190. Any tattoos? Yes, I have 3 tattoos. I have a vine that winds around my leg, my right leg. I have butterfly wings on my lower back. And then on my back, my left shoulder, I have a fairy, one of the Amy Brown fairies. And I'm going to get another tattoo, I think, after all is said and done with chemo and all of that, of the breast cancer symbol. I really want to get that over the scar on my chest. So we'll see. I really want to do that though. Okay. Any piercings? My ears are pierced twice. That's it. Yeah, I'm no piercings anywhere else. Okay, question 8 says OTP. I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? And I'm filming on my phone, so I can't look. If any of you know what that means, put that in the comment section below. OTP? Well, okay, skipping. Number 9, favorite show. Oh. I have so many shows that I like. I don't know if I could list one show. I actually just finished watching the finale of American Horror Story. That was really good. Love that show. But yeah, I like Grey's Anatomy. I would say Grey's Anatomy. That's probably my favorite show. Yeah, I'm going to say that one if I had to pick one. Favorite bands. I don't really have a favorite. I like Billy Joel. If I had to pick one, I'm going to pick him. 3, 4. Wow, you're not going to be able to see what I'm stitching if I don't move that. Okay. Something you miss. Something I miss? I don't know. Oh, I do. I miss my long hair. I know I'll get to that point again, but I do. I miss it. I'm really glad to have hair right now, and it definitely is getting longer. But I do. I miss my long hair. I miss being able to get up in the morning and just throw it up in a clip or put it in a ponytail or curl it or whatever. So yeah, definitely miss that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Favorite song. I don't have a favorite song. I like a lot of songs. I can't list one. How old are you? I'm 43. Halfway to being 44. Zodiac sign. I'm a Taurus, which I'm pretty sure the symbol is the bull. Told you some of these were going to be short. Quality I look for in a partner. You have to be able to make me laugh. And my husband's really good at that. You also have to be a kind person, a hardworking person. I can't be with someone who is lazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, everyone's lazy to some extent or at certain times, but for the most part, the qualities that my husband possesses are definitely things that I really love. Now, are we opposites? Yeah. Like, as far as like hobbies and stuff, but our core values, they're pretty much the same. But yeah, I look for someone who is relatively kind, you know, not full of themselves. They don't have to be a fashion plate because I surely am not. I don't care about that. Yeah. Favorite quote. That's another good one because there's a whole lot of quotes that I like. I don't know. I can't pick one. How am I picking one? Oh, good. I'm almost done stitching this, and then I can just fill those stitches back in. I'm at 2, 4, 6, and 1. Favorite actor. Ugh, boy, that's another one. I'm not doing very good at these, am I? I really like, and what is her name? American Horror Story. The one that was driven crazy this season, but then she wasn't crazy. I forget her name. I like her. No, it's not Lana. That was her name in one of the shows. I don't know her damn name. But some of my favorite actresses, though, I'm going to say actress, Laura Linney, Meryl Streep. Love Laura Linney. I've loved her in a bunch of stuff. And I just saw that movie, The Dinner, that she was in. Oh, God. Did I mess up? Oh, my God. I think I messed up. God damn it. Wait a minute. Because this is not matching up to this side. And I hit the camera again. Yeah, I messed up somewhere. I'm going to have to figure out where. God, don't even tell me I got to tear all that out. Okay, I'm going to have to figure that out here in a second. Let me go on and try to answer. I know I messed up. I'm going to have to tear that out. Oh my God! Okay, favorite color, purple. If any of you know me, you know it's purple. Loud music or soft? I would say soft music. I can't stand the loud music. I can't do it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pause this and see where I messed up before I answer the rest of the questions. Just hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I messed up way back here. I got to tear all that out. So now you're just going to see me tear out what I've just stitched while I answer the rest of these questions. Oh boy, I probably should not be working on a Nora Corbett when I'm trying to answer questions. That's a given. Okay, where do you go when you're sad? I don't really go anywhere. I don't know. I've cried at my desk before, so can't say enough about this little tool here. How long does it take you to shower? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Now that my hair is short, it takes me less time than it was when my hair was long. Now if I shave my legs and stuff, it'll take me a little longer. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Now, believe it or not, that can take me quite a bit of time, especially if I do, it depends on if I'm wearing makeup or not. If I'm not wearing makeup, I can be ready in like 10 minutes. If I'm wearing makeup though, and I do my eyeshadow and all that, you're looking at 45 minutes. It takes me a while. I cannot believe I gotta tear all this out. Ugh. Okay. Ever been in a physical fight? No. Would love to though. Well, let me rephrase that. That may have sounded really bad. I'm guessing it would feel pretty good, though, to lay a punch or a slap on someone. I've never done either of those things. Wanted to, trust me on that one. But no. What is a turn on and a turn off? What's a turn on? Let's see. A turn off is someone who lies or wasting my time. Someone who's late, because I just think that's so disrespectful of someone's time. A turn on. There's a lot of things I like. I mean, that's a tough one to say just one. Yeah, I don't know. The reason I joined YouTube, it was Jill. I have to give her all the credit for that one. Plus, you know, because she was the one that told me about Flosstube. And then once I saw some videos, I was like, holy shit, why have I not been doing these? And man, it just took off from there. As you see, I'm like at video 145 or something now. Done quite a bit of videos in 1 year. What are my fears? God, I keep hitting that. One of my biggest fears is that my husband is going to die before me. I don't even know how I'm going to deal with that if that happens. I'm afraid I'm never going to pay my debt off. Although I will. My husband's going to start working some serious overtime upcoming in 2018. So we're going to put a huge dent in it by the end of the year, by the end of 2018. I'm afraid my cancer is going to come back in some other area. You know, we all have fears. You know what I mean? But those are the things that I think about that. I don't know. It sucks getting old when I don't feel 43 in my brain. My body is telling me I'm 43. Okay. The last thing that made me cry. It was one of the TV shows that I watched. I think it was Grey's Anatomy. I always cry during that show at some point. Yeah, it was probably that. Last time, now I'm only on question 29. Last time you said you loved someone. This morning, my husband and I tell each other all the time. So before he leaves for work in the morning, we always say it. So then, last time you said, the meaning behind your YouTube name. This is question 30. I had a blog named Stitcherista, a stitching blog, and I had seen something on Pinterest or somewhere that said fashionista, and I was like, oh my god, Stitcherista, like, you know, a diva of cross stitch, of stitching. So that's how that name came about. Don't you love seeing all that unpicking or picking it out? Damn it, I cannot believe that I stitched all that wrong. Actually I can, but I can't. Okay, the last book you read. Well, I just told you that. I read The Last Mrs Parrish. Fantastic book. It's kind of sad though when I finish a book like that, because I'm like, damn it, now what am I going to read? The book you're currently reading. I have not started another book. I just finished that one on Monday, or 2 days ago, so I have not started reading another one yet. I've been trying to do some stitching, and I worked late last night, so yeah. Okay, unpicked all that bullshit. The last show you watched. Like I said, I watched American Horror Story the other night. Watched Gerald's Game last night. That was a movie, though. The last person you talked to. Right before I started filming this, I talked to my husband because he tends to call me in the morning, and he knew I was going to be recording my videos today. Because when I record, I put my phone on airplane mode so I don't get any notifications or phone calls or anything. But if you call someone and their phone's on airplane mode, it goes right to voicemail. So I didn't want him to be alarmed or whatever, so I called him and was like, hi, good morning. I'm getting ready to record my bunch of videos right now, so. Okay, I'm really afraid to start over while I'm talking to you guys. I still can't believe I did that. I only got a couple more questions, so let me just get through them. The relationship between you and the person you last texted. I think my last text message was it Jill? No, it was my employer. Texted her late last night about work. So, working relationship. My favorite food, pasta. Hands down. I actually had some for breakfast this morning. I love all kinds of pasta. I'm really picky about getting pasta in a restaurant, however. But, yeah, pasta. Oh my god, I just made a fat mess on my chair. With thread. Okay. Place you want to visit. Oh, god, that's a hard one. I've been to Las Vegas because I got married in Vegas to my first husband. I would like to go back. The husband I have now has never been. I would like to go back. So I'm going to say that. But I would love to go on one of those stitching cruises where it's like to Ireland or wherever they went. They looked amazing, but man, I don't have the money for that. Okay, last place you were. I'm not sure what that means. I didn't go anywhere yesterday. I worked so I was home all day. And then I had the last place I went on Monday was I had my mammogram, and then I went to Starbucks. Do you have a crush? My husband? Does that count? I mean, I don't know. Okay. The last time you kissed someone? This morning, my husband, before he left for work. Now I gotta find my spot again. All right, let me get this correct before I even... And I'm going to have to highlight in a different color. I'm going to show you the pattern real quick. This is what I stitched wrong, all of this. So now I'm going to highlight in a different color because I highlight my Nora Corbett and Mirabilia on the original pattern. Yup, I'm that person. So let me get that situated. And like I said, I'm a walking poster for making mistakes on this. It only takes one mistake and the whole thing is thrown off. Okay, what's the next question? Last time you were insulted. If you watched my last Stitch With Me video, and yeah, well, I was insulted then, but I was also insulted by a fellow Flosstuber last week. It seems I do that every so often. I blaze my own trail of drama. But yeah, it was a misunderstanding. I had sent this person a message after I had found out what they said, and all's good now. But yeah, so just last week. Favorite flavor of sweet? I love sweet tarts. Any kind of sour tart candy, that's my favorite. What instruments do you play? I'm on question 43, people, so we're almost done here. What instruments do you play? I actually played the clarinet for 7 years through middle school and high school. Just 2 years ago, I wanted to learn the piano, and I took a course at home on my own, and I got pretty good, but I got frustrated with it and I stopped. I wish I wouldn't have stopped because I love how the piano sounds. But yeah, just those two, if you want to technically say I can play the piano. Favorite piece of jewelry? I would say my wedding ring. It's beautiful. He did a really good job picking that out. Last sport I played. I'm not a sports person. Cornhole, does that count? Played that 4th of July. That was the last time that I played that. Yeah. Last song you sang. This is going to sound funny. I sing to my dog every day. I just make up little songs with her name in it. Yeah. I'm not a singer. I don't have a good voice, but I do. I'll sing to her all the time. So not really a song, but something I just make up and sing to her. Favorite chat up line? What the hell does that mean? Favorite chat up line. Oh, maybe like a line to, like a pickup line? I don't do that. No. Never done that. Even when I was dating, I No. No, no, no. Okay, and then the next question is, have you ever used it? No, because I don't do that. Even when I've met a guy and like talked to him, I've just asked him about himself. It's not like it's a pickup line. Chat up line. That's weird. Okay. The last time you hung out with anyone? Sunday. I hung out with my mom at the rehab center when we visited my grandfather. Well, now I'm going to be checking myself the whole time I'm stitching this now. Okay. Last question. Who should answer these questions next? Anybody who wants to. Anybody who does a Stitch With Me video and you want to answer these questions, because this is my longest Stitch With Me video yet, and we're bordering on 45 minutes here. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed the answers to those questions. Some of those, boy, you got an earful of my life, didn't you? And then I'm just ending that so I can, let me highlight. Wait a minute, wrong highlighter. Jesus. That's it for me today, guys. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.